Coronation Street, P694, stroke program 246, part 1, take 1.
Attaché, copy.
Oh, the blinking bells.
Do you like them, then?
No, they're just like women. They're all right in the place, but they never know when to shut up.
Christmas morning won't be the same without them.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
Oh, they put you in mind of things. Me and a road.
What things?
Oh, lots of things. Crispy Christmas mornings. Empty streets because none of the buses are running. I'll never understand folk who say they don't like Christmas. If they had their road, I reckon they'd even do away with weekends. Just have a stream of days, no names even, just numbered.
Yeah, well, it all depends, doesn't it?
On what?
Well, what sort of a Christmas you've been looking forward to?
Luke, if Ken's gone to Glasgow, it's not to get away from you, it's to be with his children.
I know that, don't I?
Well, it'll make their Christmas.
I never said it wouldn't, did I?
Well, you should have gone with her, Mr. Tatlock.
Yeah, well, you've got to be asked, haven't you?
Oh, and would you have gone if you had been?
No, but that's besides the point, isn't it?
Luke, I don't know if I'm telling tales out of school, but I reckon Mrs. Sharples might be laying something on.
Why?
When she was in my shop yesterday, she bought a load of stuff. She had to draw out of her post office to pay for it, she said.
And did she say what it were for?
Well, all she said was that it would be money well spent, considering the pleasure it was going to give certain folk. Hello, Mrs. Caldwell.
Oh, hello. Merry Christmas.
Oh, and to
Merry
you,
Christmas.
Mrs. Caldwell.
Oh, the crib's lovely.
It is nice, isn't it?
I was looking for Emily Bishop.
Oh, she's down the other end, love. I'll go and tell her you want her, shall
Oh, thank you.
Perhaps Mrs. Caldwell can shed a bit of light on it, Mr. Tatlock.
What?
This do of Venus.
Oh, that.
You do know about it, I take it.
Oh, yes.
Never mentioned it to me.
Oh, she wouldn't though, would she?
Oh. Oh, I see, so I wouldn't be welcome.
Oh, it's not a matter of being welcome. It's more a matter of transport. There are no trains running to West Hartlepool, not Christmas morning.
Where's Hartlepool?
Yes, well, that's where the do is. Well, it's not a do as such, but... oh, I had that put through my letterbox from Ina this morning.
Mrs. Clegg tells me you wanted me, Mrs. Caldwell.
Yes, that's right. It's about Ina.
Oh, yes.
Well, she wanted me to tell you she's very sorry, only she'll not be able to help you over Christmas because she's gone to West Hartlepool to stay with Jason and his mum and dad.
Oh, I see.
She's taken ever such a lot of stuff with her. It's the least she could do, she said, to see that they had a proper Christmas dinner for once.
Oh, well, yes, of course.
If it's the crib that you're worried about, well, I can help you out with that because I'll not have much to do with Ina being away.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Caldwell. I'll take you up on that. That isn't, unfortunately, the only problem. Mrs. Sharple's sudden departure has left something of a hole in Ernest's line-up tonight for the Rovers show. Mrs. Sharples was going to sing the White Cliffs of Dover.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, I'm afraid I can't help you out with that. I do know it, of course, only I never get to the end. It always makes me cry.
Have you lost something, Ernie?
White Cliffs of Dover.
Oh, they'll pinch out these days, won't they? I bet it were the Froggies. I said they start interfering the minute they got us in that common market. Hey, this what you've lost, Chuck.
Oh, thanks, love. Yes.
I like that, you.
See what key she wants it in, you see.
Oh, I don't know. The White Cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait.
Hey, Ernest. Merry Christmas.
I said a half.
That's what they call a half in Scotland. Cheers.
Hey.
Aye, aye.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Shall I tell him or will you?
Well, I'm just trying to make my mind up about it. What about?
What you remind me of most, Yogi Bear or Boo Boo?
Now, look, I'm trying to be serious about this. Will it do or won't it?
Well, of course it'll do. What do you think this is, the Royal Command performance?
Why not? I mean, the Queen Mother will be there for a start.
Oh.
West Hartlepool?
According to Mrs. Caldwell, yes.
You don't happen to know the White Cliffs of Dover by any chance, I suppose, do you?
Well, there is one song I know all through.
What, from the 40s?
Oh, very much so. It was something of a pièce de résistance of mine, actually. Usually sung at family parties with a tea cosy on my head.
Oh, yes.
Of course, you may not think it entirely appropriate. I mean, it would be something of a departure for me, if you see what I mean.
Told I can get a free drink here if I play my cards right.
Just in time for a glass of sherry,
Oh,
love.
please. Oh, I say, something smells good.
Yeah,
You, all set, are you?
yeah. For what it's worth.
How do you mean?
Well, by the time he gets to it, he won't even taste it.
Oh, how's that then?
Oh, 'cause that's the way all men are at Christmas, isn't it? By the time they come home for their dinner, their taste buds are so flaming paralytic they can't even taste it. Not that I should bother, because they're all the same every year, aren't they?
All the best.
Same to you, love, with knobs on.
Can I come in?
Of course you can. Just in time for your Christmas drink. Take the weight off your legs while I get your sherry.
Better not. I am rather on the wing, actually. I was wondering if you had a pair of long earrings I could borrow.
Long earrings, love? Well, what sort of long earrings? Just long earrings, very long earrings, or don't shake your head after you knock your teeth out?
Well, as long as possible, I think.
Well, hang on. I got some way back somewhere. Wait a minute. The junk drawer. Here, there's one. Wait a minute. That's it. There's the other. Will that do?
Oh, perfect.
Well, is there anything else we can do for you while you're here?
Oh, yes, there was one other thing,
Yeah,
actually.
what's that?
Plastic bananas.
Pardon?
I suppose it does sound something of a bizarre request.
Oh, not at all, love. We have people popping in and out all the time asking for plastic bananas, but they're a bit thin on the ground this year, you see, owing to the fact of the short, dry, rainy season.
You can't help me then.
No, I'm afraid not, love. I haven't even got a plastic tomato.
Maggie?
Oh, well, I can let you have some real ones if that'd help.
Oh, well, I may just take you up on that if the worst comes to the worst.
Let me top you up on that.
Oh, all right then, just a drop.
Oh, heck, it's like Waterloo
Hey,
Station in here this morning.
Oh, it's only me.
Hello, love. Will you have a drop of sherry?
Oh, no, I'll not mix my drinks. I'll be having a bottle of stout later on with my Christmas dinner. I just came to bring you this.
Oh? Me?
Well, it's not much, only I saw it and I thought you might like it. Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you very much, love. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Well,
are you sure you won't have a drop
no,
of sherry?
I'll have to be going because me and Albert's pooling our resources this year and I must be careful not to burn anything.
Oh, just a minute. Give him a drop of that before he sits down and wish him a Merry Christmas. He won't know the difference, love.
Oh, I couldn't. I only gave you toilet water. A little bottle.
Here. Get your gun and get your gravy on.
Oh, thanks very much.
Aye, made her day anyway, Elsie.
Aye, it hasn't made ours, though, has it?
Oh?
Aye, he uses them things for hot water bottles these days, didn't you know?
Bad as that, is it?
Had to be brought home the other night by Madam.
Madam?
The Weatherfield Nightingale, Rio Rita. As mad as hell. Anyway, I tackled her about it. She didn't half make me feel a mug and all. Oh, she says, love, it's not the booze, love. It's the birds, or the other way around. It's not the birds, it's the booze that bothers him. Shh, as if I didn't know.
I see.
Maggie, what do you think? I mean, you know, don't you?
I know what you mean, yes.
I mean, do you think he's got a drink problem?
Do you mean, do I think he's an alcoholic?
Yeah, well, do you?
No.
Why not? Come on.
Well, if he was, you wouldn't need to ask. You'd know.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if you're asking me whether I think Alan is drinking too much, whether I think he's drinking so much that he's on his way to becoming an alcoholic if he doesn't do something about it, well, that's a different thing altogether, isn't it?
Coronation Street, P694, stroke program 2, 4, 6, part 2, take 1.
1, 2, 3.
Goodbye, real world.
So anyway, this crocodile flew around in a circle. He turned to the gorilla and he said, "That's ridiculous. Whoever heard of a horse playing tennis?" Times have changed a lot, you see, since we were on the air. They've gone and shot the nightingale that sang in Berkeley Square. And even Frank Sinatra's wearing someone else's hair. Whatever happened to the music? Words and music by Bobby Charlton, by arrangement with their kid. Teeny Boppers... Oh, sorry, old chap.
Play the game, old fruit. Teeny Boppers riot for a star called Sonny June.
Or something.
If the Bobbies hadn't got there, they'd have torn him limb from limb.
The fans, we do regret to say, couldn't get to him. Whatever happened to the music?
Sic transit glorious once.
Quite so. Ted Heath's had a bad year. The unions have turned sour.
And according to the ITN, it's worsening hour by hour.
Oh, well, if things get too bad, there's an organ in the tar. Whatever happened to music?
Thank you, the Weston Brothers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your further delectation and delight, that pulchritudinous purveyor of the pop song, that siren of symmetry, the queen of Club Capricorn herself, who will now age 20 years before your very eyes, to bring you the most glamorous grandmother in the world, Marlena Dietrich. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Miss Rita Littlewood.
Underneath the lamplight by the bower gate, darling, I remember the way you used to wait. 'Twas there that you whispered tenderly that you love me, you'd always be my lily of the lamplight, my own lily. Orders came for sailing somewhere over there. All confined to barracks was more than I could bear. I know you were waiting in the street. I heard your feet, but could not meet my lily of the lamplight, my own lily, my lady. Resting in a billet just behind the line, even though we're parted, your lips are close to mine. You wait where the lamplight softly gleams, your sweet face seems to haunt my dreams, my lily of the lamplight, my own lily, my lady.
Further attention, please, for another queen of song. Someone who's been hiding her light under a bushel these many years. Join now, my friend and yours, Mrs. Anne Walker, in an unashamed outburst of chauvinistic xenophobia, with a spirited and patriotic rendering of that great old tub thumper, "There'll always be an England."
Can you see, Celia? Yeah. What about you? Can you see our lovelies? They're lovely, aren't they? All made out of wood. They're beautiful. Lovely carvings, aren't they? Yeah. Look, will you put that in for me? Can you see? That's the girl. Can you see that? There's the dance.
The things that must go on in their heads.
Pardon?
Children, to draw what they draw.
Oh, yes, I often think that. With us, it was all houses and trees. Now it's all spaceships and dinosaurs.
I put it all down to the television myself.
Yes.
The Ritz we never sigh for, the Carlton you can keep. There's only one place that we know, and that is where we sleep. Beneath the arches, we dream our dreams away. Underneath the arches, on cobblestones we lay. Every night you'll find us tired out and warm, happy when the daylight comes creeping, heralding the dawn, sleeping when it's raining, and sleeping when it's fine. We hear a train rattling by above. Pavement is my pillow, no matter where we stray. Underneath the arches, we dream our dreams away.
Thank you, Flanagan and Allen. More later if you don't behave yourselves. And now, from the ridiculous to the sublime. Direct from the film capital of the world via Berlin and the Middle East by courtesy of a hijacked airliner, we bring you the scintillating and sensational swingers of the silver screen. Not only diatonically delightful, but also sympathetically syncopated. I thought you'd like that. All right, the Andrews sisters.
Blossom time, I'll be with you to change your name to mine. One day in May, they'll come and say, happy the bride that the sun shines on today. What a wonderful What a wonderful day for you and me. Church bells will chime, you will be mine in apple blossom time.
I'll be with you in apple blossom time. What will you do? I'll be with you to change your name to mine. When will that be? One day, maybe in May. I'll come and say to you, dear, happy the bride that the sun shines on today. Then what a wonderful wedding there will be one day in May. What a very, very wonderful day for you and me, dear. Church bells will chime, you will be mine. When? In apple, right, in apple blossom time.
Hello. Oh, hello, Nellie, dear. And to you. How nice to hear from you. You had a card from dear Ethne, I suppose? No. Oh, what a pity. She must have mislaid your address. I had mine about a week ago.
about the dancing girls?
I don't know what you were hanging about for. I'm sorry, but we haven't got any dancing girls this year. Mrs. Caldwell and Mrs. Sharples were booked to appear, but they haven't got their grass skirts ready in time. Right, OK, now, the best of order for someone who kept us all laughing during the days of Dad's Army, Mr. Rob Wilton.
The day broke out. Now shut up or I won't do it. Shut up. The day war broke out. My wife said to me, "What are you going to do about it?" I said, "Who?" She said, "You." I said, "Me?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Well, don't worry, there's me, and there's Charlie Evans down at the Black Lion." And he wrote, you know, the day that I got this Home Guard uniform, I'm getting the trousers next year. Oh, she's a terrible... You know, she never stops asking questions. She said, "Now, what have you got to do?" I said, "I've got to stop Hitler's army from landing." She said, "You?" I said, "Well, no, there's Harry Bates and there's Charlie Evans. Well, no, there's about 7 or 8 of us, you know. We're a group. And we're doing our guard in a little hut at the back of the Dog and Pullet." She said, "Oh, well, why do you guard at the little hut at the back of the Dog and Pullet? I suppose that was your idea." I said, "Yes." But Charlie Evans wants to claim it as his. Oh, but she does go on. She never leaves me alone. Only this morning she said, "Now tell me, what are you guarding in the Home Guard?" I said, "The British Isles." "Millions," I said, "millions of men, women and children. Millions of them. And you?" "Oh," she said, "you're supposed to be on our side, are you?" I said, "Yes, I'm..." She said, "I think we'd be a damn sight better off if you were on the other side." Never leaves me... Oh, wait, look at the time. I'm 2 hours late for guard now. They'll be looking all over the place for me, and the British coastline will be exposed. You'll have to forgive me. I've got to go.
Thank you, Albert Tatlock. Now we know why Hitler decided not to invade. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a sensational close to our concert with a surprise item. You've seen her on the silver screen, you've seen her on the telly, and now you see her in the flesh wiggling her. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to meet the South American sex bomb, the girl who even wore her eyeballs on stalks, Miss Carmen Miranda, as interpreted by the one and only Miss Emily Nugent, as was Miss Emily Bishop.
It's my bananas. It must be very interesting work.
I beg your pardon?
Looking after this place. Gives you a chance to get out and meet people.
Oh, I don't look after it. That's my friend, Mrs. Sharples. I'm only standing in for her.
Oh, see? You're not Mrs. Sharples?
Oh, no. She's gone away for Christmas, stopping with relatives.
Oh, see? There was something about her in the paper, wasn't there? That time when our great-grandson was pinched.
Oh, yes, that's right. Jason, that's where she's gone.
Oh?
They haven't got much, you know, so she's taken some things over for them.
Oh, see. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, well, she's very thoughtful like that, is Ina. Her bark's much worse than her bite. It's a long time since she's been away at Christmas.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Look, what I said... Well, I wouldn't just say...
Yeah, sure, I know.
What's his name was again?
Whose?
The baby, the one that was pinched.
Oh, Jason. A funny name.
He was a Greek hero. Jason. He went on a voyage and found a golden fleece.
Oh,
I
yes.
read about it. Very blue eyes he had. I can't remember a baby with bluer eyes.
Oh, yes, he has very blue eyes, has Jason.
It's a pity they have to grow up into naughty men.
Yes.
Not that he will.
No.
Well, if he'll have had a nice Christmas.
Yes.
That's good, I'm glad. Well, I've enjoyed talking to you. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry I'm overdue, Mrs. Caldwell. The show's running rather late. I'm afraid things are getting a little boisterous now.
Oh, that's all right. I've just had a very interesting chat.
Oh, good.
Yes, with that girl that's just gone out. About Jason, you know, Ina's great-grandson.
Oh, I see. Is she a friend of Mrs. Sharple's then?
No, I don't think so. Only she'd read all about him being taken and that, and she'd read it in the papers.
Oh, really?
Yes. And she said, you know, what very blue eyes he had. Well, he does have very blue eyes, does Jason?
She said that?
That's right.
But, you say she isn't a friend of Mrs. Sharple's?
No, I told you. She read it all in the papers. Well, ta-ra, love.
Bye.